In Captain America 343, John Walker and Lemar Hoskins, Battlestar, are routed by the Resistance, a militant mutant group originally known as the new Brotherhood of Evil Mutants and later Mutant Force, but now the Resistance, out to free any captured mutants under the Mutant Registration Act. And they come back a few issues later in 346, and they face John Walker again, but this time John Walker is going through trauma. He had lost his parents in a brutal, gruesome fashion in the previous issue. He is not in his right state of mind. And as the ranks of the Resistance continue to grow, the ultimate showdown results in a brutal, bloody finale, and you're going to want to stick around for that. This is the Pop Culture Cosmonaut. This is the Mutant Manifesto. And my manifesto for you is that you're going to like, comment, and subscribe. You've got 3 seconds to comply. Yeah, this conversation is over. Let's get it started. Issue 343, and this beautiful cover. This is March of 1988. All right, this is Ron Frenz and Joe Sinnott. All right, and this issue is called Slippery People. The reason why Steve Rogers, as the captain, is doing battle with the Serpent Society. And ironically, Slither of the Mutant Force is now hanging out with Viper, formerly known as Madame Hydra. Alright, but here, Battlestar and Cap getting needles shot at them. And here saying, Cleveland, Ohio is but one of thousands of American cities where the new Captain America and Battlestar wage war on the nation's enemies. All right, and this was written by Mark Gruenwald, drawn by Kieran Dwyer, and inked by Al Milgrom. All right, Battlestar here saying, "Look sharp, Cappy. Our playmate's shedding." And it looks like he's got pretty good aim. "Hey, I don't want to hurt you guys. I just want to be left alone." "Sorry, pal, but when you failed to register yourself as a mutant, you forfeited your right to be left alone." And Battlestar here thinking to himself, "Poor guy's scared spitless. Barely out of his teens, I'd reckon." And they continue to be under fire from this kid. "But I'm not. Uh-oh, he's making a break for it around that corner. Ah, it's a dead end. Where?" He's hiding here. "They're gonna get me." Check to see he didn't go through that door. I'll start rifling through this garbage. You talked me into it. Oh, they'll lock me up, maybe execute me. No, I can't let them take me. And then Battlestar here gets pierced in his shoulder. Ah! "Hey, you okay?" "Yeah, don't think they're poison, but they sting like a son." "Okay, mutant, this has gone far enough." And he pulls down the fire escape and pulls a door off here, just keeping you from shooting off your quills, mutant. "Yeah, but I swear to you, I'm not a mutant. I wasn't born like this. An accident made my body this way, like the Fantastic Four." "Hey, that's for the courts to decide. Look, we don't make the laws, we just enforce them. You were identified as an unregistered mutant. It's our job to see that you register." "Hey, don't worry, man. The feds will treat you fairly. They've been totally righteous with me." "Yeah, but they didn't accuse you of being a mutant." "Well, I'll tell you what. If you keep your cool and there's no further incident, we won't report how you resisted arrest." This whole deal stinks. It's one thing to be sent after card-carrying supervillains, but this is just a frightened kid. What difference does it make how a person got his superpower? Being born with them, or getting them through a special process like Cap and I did? Powers are powers. Seems like this is just another way to find new minorities to oppress. And then later on, you see here they're in the air, they're in the sky, elsewhere in a helicopter. They're playing cards. Gin. Aw, man, you must be cheating. Come on, Captain America never cheats. Captain, bogey sighted at 1 o'clock, moving in fast. Very fast. What? Holy, some kind of fireball. Shooting something. He gets his shield up just in time. You blew us wide open. Cap, you see what I see? 4 guys riding on a big floating rock. Hear us, mutant persecutors. Surrender your prisoner or face the wrath of the resistance. The who? You have 10 seconds to comply before we blast you out of the sky. And come get him. Threaten this, toast ahead, as he whips his shield out. Occult! He's throwing his shield. Deflected meteorite. Okay, they want it the hard way. The hard way it is. Paralyzer. Crucible. Go in and liberate the prisoner. Occult. Stay here and cover them. Yeah, piece of cake. Ah, holy spit, these guys have honest-to-gosh superpowers. Nice how you threw away your only protection against me, Flagman. Oh, I don't need... And he gets shocked. I'm not called Paralyzer because it sounds good, Boy Blue. Cap! When he gets roasted. Got distracted. I'm on fire. Gotta put it out. They have the prisoner. I'll cut the prop. As Occult, formerly known as Peeper, blasts the propeller. Cap, you okay? Get up. Hey, why are you doing this for me? Mutant registration must be resisted. We want you to join our movement. Cap, the chopper's taking a nosedive. Get up! The wreckage of the helicopter. How is he? Dead. And I don't feel too much better myself. If you hadn't gotten those shoots on us in time. Man, we ain't ever lost a fight this bad before. A pilot dead. Our chopper totaled. Our prisoner sprung. We're gonna catch flack like you wouldn't believe. Those men will pay. And we'll see that payback under very different circumstances in issue 346. From the pages of the X-Men comes Freedom Force. This cover is the work of Ron Frenz and Al Milgrom in Ambush. In a jail cell somewhere in Georgia. Man, he's just staring off into space like he's a zombie or something. Hey, Captain America, you got some visitors. Hey, Captain. What have you done with him? He looks drugged. Ain't done a damn thing, Mr. Samish, except to patch up his wounds a bit. Cappy, it's me, Battlestar. Johnny, are you alright? What happened? We heard that your parents... Yes, my parents. The watchdogs took them hostage so they could get me to surrender. They wanted to make me pay for busting up their radical moral crusade. I surrendered myself to them like they wanted. Waited for my chance to rescue my folks. But as soon as I did, the dogs opened fire. Gunned down Ma and Pa in cold blood. I tore into them. I really let loose. I made them pay for what they did, but of course it didn't bring my Ma and Pa back. Yeah, tore into them is right. Left 9 dead, 3 in critical condition, and 13 wounded. Good Lord, how's he ever gonna live this down? Man, I should have been with you, man. Johnny, none of this might have happened. There's nothing you could have done, Lemar. Don't sweat it. Hey, I tried covering for you to the commission, but, this was just too big. I know you did your best. Hey, come on, Captain. We'll see about getting you out of here. Hey, I ain't one to tell you feds how to run your business, Mr. Samish, but don't you think this new guy you hired to be Cap is a little too wild for the job? Sheriff Oakley, the captain will be fully censured for his actions, as well as stand criminal charges if any are filed. And in the meantime, I can do without your opinion. Sure. You've really gone and done it this time, Walker. Meanwhile, in the Colorado Rockies, 30 miles from the federal penitentiary for superhuman offenders known as the Vault. My wall of flame slowed him down, Meteorite. Good. Hey, Quill, Mistress, be ready to move out. I'm taking us in. I hear you. Okay. Boom. Ha! That's one way to stop a runaway truck as it crashes into the rocks. Here come the guardsmen. Hey, go to it, woman. Oh, needles penetrating my armor. I knew these suits weren't as good as the ones Iron Man wrecked. These are the guardsmen here. Shouldn't take more than half a minute for my acid gas to burn through the top of this truck. I did it. Hi, well, never mind. Please drop that gun or I'll have to melt that metal suit of yours. Sorry, I warned you. Hey, what? Hey, what's going on? I demand to... Oh, relax, Mr. Flum. We've come to liberate you. You mean I'm not going to the vault? Well, not if we can help it. You, Crucible, better chill out those flames of yours. There's lots of gas leaking from that truck. Boom! Never mind. Hey, who are you? Why are you doing this? We are the Resistance, Mr. Flum, a militant group violently opposed to the Mutant Registration Act. We wish to recruit a mutant of your talents. And then later, in the Washington, D.C. office of the head of the commission. What got into you, Walker? You were ordered not to interfere with watchdog business, but you did it anyway. You went in, you lost your head, and now over a dozen people are dead or critically injured. We got rid of the original Captain America because of his inability to obey orders. Now you pull something like this. Do you think we're going to be able to cover this up? Do you expect us to let you go on being Captain America after the damage you've done to the franchise? Well, I don't know, sir. Well, go on, get out of here. Turn in your shield and uniform to Ordnance. You're suspended until further notice. Dismissed. Now what? Do we try to sweep this mess under the rug? Do we get ourselves another man to play Captain America? I better report this to my superior, see what he'd have me do. Click. Zzz, the wall pulls up. A giant monitor here. Rockwell, sir. Sorry to bother you, but something's come up. The new man we got to be Captain America is really screwed up. Yes, I know. You do? Well then, I was wondering how you suggest we handle the situation. I was beginning to think we should just junk the whole concept of Captain America. No, Rockwell. The concept of Captain America is important to the American people, the world, to me. You may discipline John Walker however you like, but I want you to keep him as Captain America at all costs. Furthermore, send him back into action as soon as possible. But sir, the man's a loose cannon. At any time he may go off and, well, sorry sir. Whatever you say. And what about the watchdog incident? The deaths? Cover it up as best you can. Yes sir. One last thing, Rockwell. I want you to arrange for the Taskmaster to escape from your detention center. Without him, good labor is hard to come by. That is all. Keep me posted. Yes, sir. He was no help. And later, at Fort Meade, he told you to pack it in? I can't believe it. One little mistake and they hang you out to dry. That really stinks. I'm gonna give them a piece of my mind. They sack you, I'm out of here too. No, Lemar, don't do it. Don't throw away your career on account of me. Look, John, last I checked, it's still a free country. I won't threaten to quit or anything, but I am gonna get the head jerk on the phone and give him a big fat piece of my mind. Check you later. I'll go to Val Cooper's office. She's got a direct line to the head commissioner's desk. Man, I can't believe all this bureaucratic bullshit. Battlestar. Please report to the briefing room at once. Shoot! I repeat, Battlestar, please. I heard you already, for crying out loud. And, Buck, Battlestar, there you are. Please be seated. Oh, great. Those Freedom Force Phoebes are here too. Don't tell me they're gonna make me team up with them. Hey, everybody. Look who's here. Battlestar. You alright, blobby old mate? The ironically named Freedom Force. X-Men foes, formerly members of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, now working for the federal government. Your attention, people. Here on the screen is a member of the Resistance. They're an organization of superhuman beings, presumably mutants, who are trying to subvert the Mutant Registration Act. They've been quite active this past month, responsible for the liberation of 6 unregistered mutants across the country. We don't yet know how many Resistance there are. Reports indicate as many as 7 of them. We want those radicals stopped, and stopped quickly, before they do more damage. The plan is to stage a trial for a known mutant in order to lure them out into the open. Then we get to pulp them, right? No, Blob. Then we allow them to liberate the defendant. Huh? Yeah, with any luck, the Resistance will take her to their headquarters. There, she'll signal us and we'll launch a full-scale attack on their assembled ranks. Not very original. That's just what they had John and me do with the watchdogs on our first mission. Buck, Battlestar, you're the only one here who has encountered Resistance. Yeah, and got your butt trashed. Do you have anything to add? Yeah, just a question about Captain America. Well, he will not be working with you for the foreseeable future. Well, I have a question, Mr. Samish. What mutant are we going to get to stand trial? Quicksilver. Quicksilver? Well, Mystique, if you would. Okay, yeah, I get it. Elsewhere. Walker. Yes, sir. The Commission's discussed your situation at length and has reached a decision. Walker's so impassive, it's hard to read. We've decided that we have too much invested in you at this point to discard you after such a short period of service. The bottom line is that there may still be some repercussions from this watchdog affair that we can't shield you from. But in the meantime, we're going to give you one more chance to redeem yourself. But you disobey the slightest order, step out of line in any way whatsoever, you are gone. Do you understand me? Yes. Okay, then get dressed. We're gonna have you back up Freedom Force for a while. Whatever you say, sir. And meanwhile, somewhere beneath the arid sands of Death Valley, California, Marvin Flum, welcome to the stronghold of the Resistance. Interesting setup you have here. Meteorite, right? Tents pitched amidst high-tech squalor. What is or was this place? Well, we're not certain who built it, Mr. Flum, but it was last employed by our fellow mutant, Mesmero. This fortress was all but destroyed in a battle with the original X-Men, but we hope to restore it to its former grandeur. Why do you people insist on calling me by my real name? I'm much more comfortable with my nom de guerre, Mentalo. Well, many of us are known mutants like yourself, Mr. Flum. We've been obliged to discard our old aliases and assume new ones in order to regain our anonymity. Occult is right. Some of us, like him, Paralyzer, Crucible, and myself, have even worked as the government's special mutant force. That is, until the committee that organized us lost its funding and the so-called Freedom Force took our place. But you know all this from reading my mind, Mr. Flum. You're a telepath. And look at the bottom here. Hands up if you recognize the former Lifter, Peeper, Burner, and Shocker from Captain America Annual number 4. What? Yeah, that's right. They're now Meteorite, Occult, Crucible, and the Paralyzer. Yeah. So, Mr. Flum, no more shall you call yourself Mentalo. Would you like us to help you come up with? No need, Mr. Lathrop, aka Lifter, now known as Meteorite. From now on, you can call me Think Tank. You know, we've been hoping to add a mutant of your abilities to our ranks for some time now, Mr. Think Tank. I know. Well, come on. I'll show you how we track down our kind. And in a courtroom outside Carson City, Nevada, the mock trial of Quicksilver nears the end of its 4th day. And furthermore, Judge Blob, I contend that the defendant, Pietro Quicksilver, or whatever his last name is, can't be considered an evil mutant just because he once belonged to the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Objection, Your Honor. Objection? What are you objecting to, mate? Well, you know, on LA law. Now, wait a minute. You know, this is a fake trial. I can object to whatever I blamed well want. Simmer down, Stonewall. Order in the court. You guys keep acting up and I'll sit on ya. And then, meanwhile, outside the courthouse, John Walker backing up Freedom Force on a rooftop with binoculars, keeping his eyes out, and he spots something in the sky. I see it, Paralyzer. The courthouse. Brag, brag, brag. I don't know why Meteorite always chooses me for these combat missions. I'm a bookkeeper, for crimini's sake. Meteorite, I've just tapped their minds. It's a trap. Quicksilver's not there. They're all government agents. Freedom Forcers. Is that so? Well, it's fortunate that we recruited you when we did, Think Tank. And as much as I hate to war against fellow mutants, we must destroy the Freedom Force, or they'll surely destroy us. Paralyzer, Occult, Crucible, I'm moving you onto this meteorite with us. I have a better use for the rock you were perched upon. Simultaneously. Stop! Stop this farce! Destiny, what? Everyone, out at once! I've just had a precognitive flash! A meteorite is falling on us! Oh, blimey! And Spiral here saying, if I can free my arms from this confounded garment, I can weave a protective spell. And outside, look, up in the sky. Boom! Son of a... I detect thoughts beneath the rubble. Some of them are they still live. Well then, we'll simply have to finish them off. Prepare to disembark. Disembark this! Phew! And he whips his shield, hitting Paralyzer right in the back. Hey, what? Oh, Paralyzer! It's Captain America. Ah, waste him! And then boom! Hitting Crucible right in the face, and Occult with his shield in his helmet. Meteorite, help! Meteorite, Crucible got bumped off. You've got it. I know, woman. Now silence. It's hard enough to concentrate. Oh, got him. I got him. Oh, not too close. Patriotic clown. You may be able to distract my teammates, but you can't outwit a man who knows your every thought, can anticipate your every move. Press your attack, Occult. He can't fend off an assault from 2 directions at once. Missed. Helped him. He's just one man. Watch it, Occult. He maneuvered you into freeing his foot. I hadn't figured it possible. He fights like a fiend. Moves without thinking. How can I... Ooh, crack. John Walker continues his assault. Oh, mercy, he's coming right towards me. And Paralyzer steps in. Think you're king of the mountain, huh, A-head? Well, 100 megavolt of juice stopped you last time, and I'm willing to wager it's gonna do it again. You'd lose. Boom! And he whips Paralyzer into the side of a building. He's wild, unstoppable. Cap grabs him by the throat. Peeper, aka Occult. Put him down. Make it lethal, woman. Lethal. Oh, and he drops him down. Oh, Meteorite, I got him. Oh, and I'll get Occult. Oh, I can't look. Meteorite. Huh? Oh, thank you. Meteorite, thank you. I never doubted you. Never. I can't believe it. I did what you guys couldn't. I felled the great. Missed. Wait. He's not. Out. Shoom. A shield right to the stomach. I never doubted you. Meteorite. You've thrown away your shield. Now let's see you dodge my fusillade. He dove off, but I don't see where. Oh. Not again. What happened? Occult was... he's back. This time, die, you unthinking fighting machine. Hey, what? Oh, and Meteorite gets shelled here. Losing control of... No. And Walker dives into Meteorite. No one gets away, mutant. John. Cool it, pal. You won. He's out. They all are. Battlestar. Yep, duded up like a guardsman. Why is it I always gotta do the heavy stuff? Quit your griping, Blob. You idiot! You unmitigated idiot! You knocked them all out! That wasn't the plan. They were supposed to get away so we could follow them back to their headquarters. Man, are you gonna get reamed for this? I did what I had to do. If that's not good enough for anyone, you can all go to... Chill out, man. You did fine. The commission will commend you. John, what's the matter? My parents' funeral was today. I missed it so I could do this. Unbelievable stuff. What a finale. The sheer brutality of it all. And if not for Pyro speaking near the end there, saying that they were all knocked out, I would have thought that they were all dead. And that's a feather in the cap of the penciler Kieran Dwyer, a fantastic artist and probably my favorite Captain America artist of all time. Yeah, that's right. Nobody captured brutal intensity as much as he could. And that was so necessary for this run of John Walker becoming increasingly unhinged as time goes on. And as we'll see in the next issues, in 347 he goes up against the left and right winger. And he has vengeance on his mind. In 48 and 49, he goes up against the Flag Smasher, and in 350, the ultimate issue in the John Walker as Captain America saga, he goes up against Steve Rogers. We've got a ways to go, but we're gonna get there, ladies and gentlemen. This is incredible stuff. This is the Pop Culture Cosmonaut. This was the Mutant Manifesto, baby. You know what I'm saying? I want you to like, comment, and subscribe, Jack, because we keep coming with all the fire. We'll be back. Long live the Retro Comics Revolution.